What's good, Pack Nation? Welcome to Packin with Gary. Today, we teamed up with Jeruz with the Run Report. We're going to talk NC State, Carolina. All right, we're going to give you both perspectives. So let's go ahead and get it popping. Jeruz, look, as a State fan, I'm real with this whole rivalry, okay? I
Okay.
know we've been getting smacked up, and every now and then we'll steal one, like this past year type thing. But I want to know from your side, do you feel this is a robbery?
Honestly, I feel like it's a rivalry, but it's just dormant, right? It has
Okay.
the potential to now I'm not saying it's gonna go get to the place where Carolina and Duke is, but
Right.
I feel like it's dormant and it can be what it once was.
Okay.
It I feel like both of the teams got to get to the level of being in an elite level at the top of the conference consistently, and it'll just naturally come back.
Yeah. Yeah. And it's for me, I look at it like, look, it's always a robbery on our end, right? Like we
Yeah.
always look at that game as being a big deal. And it no matter what, a lot of Carolina fans want to say, it's a game where even the players are considering it a big deal. Like we may be not on that level, I get it, but ratings is still good. And I
Mm-hmm.
think it's disrespectful that they only got us playing one time.
Yeah, that's insane.
Like,
Yeah,
what are we
that's insane.
doing? Everybody, I mean,
That's insane.
regardless of if we're at a national level, people want to see that game.
Who's in charge of that? Like, who made that? Is that the commissioner of the league?
Yeah, the ACC, yeah, that's them tripping. It's
Yeah, they
like
they trip, they're tripping with that one.
who's your home and home? Who do you play twice? You
Duke.
got Duke and who else?
Um, I'm not sure the other team.
Okay,
I want to say Virginia. But we
Virginia.
might we might have no, we only played Virginia once. We beat them in VA. I'm not sure off the top,
Okay, all
but
right.
definitely
I know
Duke.
for us it's Wake Forest,
Mm,
right? So it's like all right, we playing Wake twice. We actually played Virginia twice.
okay.
Yeah, Wake and Virginia. Those were our two this year. So we got Duke one time and we got y'all one time, which is crazy. Like I don't know. Hopefully that gets fixed because we need more in this dormant rivalry, right?
Yeah.
We need that. We need that, especially if we're gonna end up being better and
Mm-hmm.
Carolina bounces back. You need that. So hopefully
Man,
that comes through.
we need Sydney with the red jacket out there, man. See, it's like I remember that. Like that's when it was. I feel like it was heated
Yeah.
back at them times. And especially in the 80s and the 90s when I was
Hmm.
growing up. Like a lot of family members are state fans,
Yeah.
and man, we love them as family. But talking trash at church or wherever we at, oh, we talking trash. We couldn't stand state. That was way before the Duke thing even came. But how that came
Right.
was Duke got really good, Carolina was really good, and it just kind of the trajectory of their rivalry just took off.
Yeah, see, a lot of people don't remember that Duke was not like that before 1990, right? Like,
Mm-mm.
so it was Carolina and State, and then
Mm-hmm.
we fell off. Duke kept it going, and then this been all she wrote. So I get it, but yeah, something got to change. So what I really want to know
Okay.
is in this NIL time, I feel like we have missed on some players. Like we've been paying. I'll just go ahead and say everybody knows State's bag is not like Carolina's bag.
Right.
Okay. It's not like Duke's bag. Like it's levels of this.
Mm-hmm.
So with those levels, we got to be smart about who we pay. And we have missed on some cats. And I want to know for you on y'all side, even having a bag, have you had somebody that's just been an NIL bust, just overrated? You shouldn't have paid for them?
Absolutely. Now, with our bag, somehow with the moves that they've been making at our team, they put a lot of resources into football, and I see why because football is gonna make some money.
Right.
So I think they were working. They probably had a some kind of plan for the last regime to start getting more money, right?
Uh-huh.
But I don't think we had as much money available as a lot of people think we did. I mean, they said the roster was 14 mil. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna go ahead and answer your question. Now I got two now. The first one,
Okay.
Kai and Evans.
This
Kai
past year.
this
Hmm.
past year, Kai Evans, guard from Colorado State. He was honorable mention all conference in his when he played there.
Yeah.
Where he averaged 10 points. He shot lights out from three, pretty good field goal percentage, definitely over 45%. His three was over 40%. Then he comes here, stinks up the joint, only averages 4 points a game, terrible from three. And do I know the exact number? Absolutely not. But I'm hearing it's 2 million. That's a lot of money, man, for 4 points, man. No production. And that
Man.
key position was our Achilles heel all season.
Yeah.
We didn't have a guard that can break down the defense. And
Yeah.
recent memory is him. But I'm gonna throw an honorable mention, and that's
All
the
right.
quarterback of North Carolina, Gio Lopez. Oh my goodness. He robbed us. Lord, he robbed us so bad. Like from the beginning, from the TCU game, throwing pick sixes in his first game, just ridiculous, man. Bill
So
set him up. Bill set him up for life, man.
it
Set him up for
sounds
life.
like this past year was a tough one for you. That's what it sounds like.
Very tough, man. Very, very tough.
Hey, listen, I hear you on that. I
What's
mean,
yours?
for me, it wasn't as recent, but it was a couple years back when
Okay.
we went and got Brandon Huntley Hatfield from Louisville. Dude, I tell you, he was such a disappointment. He got our coach fired, man. We expected him to be so much more. He was a shell of himself from Louisville, and really, we never had a chance that season because this guy was just such a bum. And I'm like, there's been a few people in the history of NC State basketball that I've been like, look, yeah, I can't stand that dude. He is
Mm-hmm.
near the top. Okay, he is near the top because I felt like
Yeah.
he was really, he got to our school and was like, yeah, I'm good. He wouldn't rebound, gave effort. Like, it'd been different if I saw he was trying hard and just what he just wasn't good enough. I could deal
Yeah.
with it. But he had all that talent. You long, you ain't blocking no shots. What you doing? You out there getting cardio. I'm paying you to get cardio. That's crazy, man. So yeah, he's my main one. If
Yeah.
I gave an honorable mention, it's gonna be Darian Williams from last year.
Boy, y'all was killing him. Good,
Oh my
man.
gosh.
State fans was killing him, man.
Listen, man. You don't understand. We gassed this man up. Like, yo, okay, you gonna come, you always been Robin. You came to us to be Batman.
Mm.
Everybody knows you the highest paid player. You came here to be the man, and then you get out here and you passive and you disappear in games. And listen, I now part of that I do blame on Will Wade on the position he had him playing. Had
Mm-hmm.
him at the four, he should have been at the three, but it's cool. Aside from that, my man was just so chill, right? Like he really was operating like, yo, I got my bag. I'm gonna go through this, but I'm not stuck in what y'all talking about. And that hurt me.
Yeah.
So those are my two.
Now,
Like,
I'm gonna
mm,
piggyback off what you said. Do you think Copeland coming in there and asserting his dominance had anything to do with it? Because
I don't
I don't
because
mean lie. I can't
Copeland is
stand
a
Copeland.
pass first guard.
Yeah, yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like his personality, the dominance was really off of he's vocal,
yeah,
but he didn't want to take his old boy shine away. He still
yeah.
wanted him to eat. He wanted him to get shots because that's what he liked. Copeland like, oh, boom, here.
Mm-hmm.
And then you throw it back to him. Now, of course, he got to take over. It's 5 seconds left on the clock. Like,
Yeah,
nah, man, I don't know what's up with that dude. And maybe he was on Glenwood too much. I know a lot of them kids go out on Glenwood.
yeah,
He was just enjoying the state life, but man,
dude. Y'all was ripping him the whole season. I kind of felt bad for him. I thought I was blaming him more on Copeland. But yeah, y'all was killing him, man. I guess it's justified. I didn't watch all the games for state, so
man, listen, it was justified. Trust me. Yeah, if you got somebody that can go get you 31 game and then get you five, that's a
yeah,
problem. And then
problem.
consecutively not getting double figures, you the highest paid player. Like Evans, I understand your gripe with Evans. One of my good friends is a Carolina fan. He told me about Evans coming in the offseason. I was like, ACC a little different. And you know Carolina need an elite point guard. I don't think he's
Mm-hmm.
it. And he was like, no, you don't understand. I said, okay, let's see. And it played out how I thought, where Dixon had to slide in for y'all, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, I see that. But our guy, we had no replacement.
Oh man. Uh with Evans, man, it was looking decent until they went out of town and they played Michigan State and they played Fears. He was going up against Fears.
Mm-hmm.
Man, Fears took his
Cooked
soul,
them.
man. Cooked him, man. After that, our whole team changed after that game. Matter of fact,
Wow.
it was a very humbling event. And after that, Dixon came in, played out of position, and then now he transferred. So, which sucks.
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother thing. I don't want to get
Well,
into that.
it's a good segue. You talking about transfers.
Okay.
We got our guy, excuse me, your guy at this point,
Yeah.
Matt Abel. Everybody, I'm calling them names. Everybody else calling them names. Called Judas, Snake, Brutus, whatever you want to call it. This cat decides he doesn't understand this rivalry and has transferred from us to y'all. Now, I'm gonna tell you my 2 cents, and I'm gonna let you tell me what you think about Matt Abel. Okay, I'm gonna
Okay.
pass it to you.
Okay.
For me, everybody wants to refer to Lubin coming to state and Styles coming to state. It's not the same. And I need people to understand. Styles left, went to Georgetown, then
Mm-hmm.
came back to us.
Then came back.
Okay.
Yep.
Then with Lubin, he tried to stay. He says it like, look, I tried to have a conversation with coach. He stalled me out till I ain't have a choice but to get in the portal. That's a whole different scenario. Whenever our guy got here, we was like, yo, we got to try to keep Abel. My man jumped in the portal immediately. And then of all the places he could go, he want to go to he played in that rivalry game. He got off.
Mm-hmm.
He knew, as nobody could tell me this man did not know what this move meant. And he acting like one of the staff members or one of the players stole his girlfriend or something. He is in his feelings. And I know they didn't because he's still with the same girl. So what we doing? Well, like, it's crazy. So I'm
It's
tight
crazy.
with him. People say, oh, I wish him well. No chance. I hope he has the worst season ever. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be honest about it.
Yeah.
You tell me how you feel about Matt Abel going over there.
Now, when I first started seeing the rumblings of him doing it, I'm like, come on. I'm making videos. I'm like, come on, Carolina. We at the point where we have to take a player from state. Out of all these players now, we got to take a player from state. It had nothing to do with Abel as a person.
Okay.
It's just the name on the front of the jersey.
Uh-huh.
Why are we doing this? And I got a lot of heat from that, saying, oh, this old school, let's move on back. Nothing is different in basketball other than the money. They are going to kill our rivalries by doing things like that. Coaching
Yeah.
staff got to know better.
Yeah.
I know Sean May ain't agree with that. Ain't no way.
Right.
Ain't no way, man.
Right.
Sullivan, ain't no way he agreed with that, man. But hey, look, it starts from the top. If the top person allows that, then the rivalry slowly dying. It's just like when somebody comes in and buy your company out and they start changing stuff. You got traditions and stuff like that. They just like, nah, we don't care about that. This is new.
Yeah.
And the state rivalry is very important, man. Important, and we have to take it serious, man, or it's going to be gone.
Yep.
And Matt Abel, I'm gonna, boy, it was tough. It's them. I see people showing highlights of Matt Abel. We signed him and he got on the state jersey. It just bothers me. That's because I'm a real fan. I'm an old school fan, and but
Absolutely.
I root him on, man. He one of us now, but boy, I ain't like it. I'm not gonna lie.
Hey, you made a great point about save rivalry, right? That is important. Like I heard that there's a Duke pitcher or catcher that transferred from there that plays for y'all now. And I'm like, that's crazy. Like I am one of the state fans that has, if you don't realize this, you're being oblivious. Like it is what it is. The Carolina Duke game is different than the state Carolina game, even though it is a rivalry. To
Mm-hmm.
think that if a player ever went from Duke to Carolina or vice versa, that right there is going to tell you it's really over.
Yeah.
Right? That is going to tell you this rivalry game is done and this NIL has ruined it because somebody's just chasing the bag.
Yep.
So far, that has not happened. You know what I'm saying? So until then, I don't want to hear somebody tell me like, oh, it's just all about the money now. It's like, I hear you, but until I see that happen, there's
Yeah.
still a little bit in there.
Yeah. I
We
feel
need to hold on to it as much as we can.
as much as we can, man, because this whole offseason, I feel like the media gaslit our team, gaslit our fan base to saying that we're behind and we're not doing things. I'm like, man, we don't have to conform, like, because they just want us to change, but it's only about the money. Now it's to the point where we want to take state players. Duke would never ever hire somebody that's outside of Duke. They would
Right.
never do it, and I hate to give them props for that, but that's what they get right, you know. And they just take everything serious. They really dislike Carolina, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's that's what keeps sports going. And it was a point in time where I couldn't stand Monroe, Rodney. I couldn't stand none of them dudes. They were good. Y'all was
Yeah,
good though. That's all it is, man. Y'all guys was really good. I don't want them to destroy the rivalry. I got too
right.
many family members to talk trash to. I can't even talk to them.
Right.
Can't even talk to them.
Yeah, I feel you. So this is something that I wasn't necessarily going to talk about, but you brought it up, so we're going to chime in on it.
Okay.
How you feel about your coaching hire? I mean, you went out of the family. It's I before you answer, I thought it was ironic. We went and switched up. Normally, we're the ones going trying to find somebody else, and then now we kept it in the family. Y'all went outside the family. How you feeling about your hire?
All right. So now when I like again, I made some previous videos and I was clearly upset because not just because we went outside the family, but I feel like the prior regime was let go too early. And I'm the type of fan, I'm going to ride for that coach no matter what. So I did one last defense of him. And then with Malone, I feel like it's a good hire coaching wise, but it's unproven. I don't care if you got a chip in the NBA. That doesn't matter. You have no proof of concept. And I basically let our team know, like our fans know, like this transfer portal is going to let us know how serious we are taking basketball. Dixon left, Bakovic left, Henry Vassar just left. I don't really like that, man. Honestly, you can't retain the guys. But I mean, we're going to see. Hubert put the pressure, set the bar high for him. I don't care as much as our fans talk bad about Hubert, blame him for everything. He set the bar high. He won 20 plus wins every season. He went to the chip. He went to a Final Four. He won a conference regular season title. Mike Malone get paid a lot of money. Yo, like in my job, if I get paid a lot of money, I got responsibilities. I have to produce results. They don't want to say, hey, we need another season. They don't want to hear that. No one wants to hear that. You got to win, dog.
Yeah.
You got to win. But you guys got it right, though.
You think we got our hire right?
Absolutely.
Tell me
Y'all should have
why.
hired. I feel like you guys got a dog in Gainey now because Gainey was a nuisance on the court. He was so annoying when we played
Yeah.
y'all. He's just annoying, yo.
Mm-hmm.
He's been under Rick Barnes, which is a winner, 4 years, a long time. He's coming back. He knows the tradition. He's going to take everything serious. He's not going to go get a Carolina player. He ain't even going to try. The guy got it right. And it's unfortunate with the Will Wade situation. It's a clown, man. But
Yeah.
You guys definitely made the right decision by hiring Justin Gainey.
Yeah.
Yeah. What you think?
I'm like I'm on the fence with the Gainey hire. And I'll tell you why. For
Okay.
me, it's like I like the fact that he is one of our own and he understands the triangle, right?
Okay.
That's important. And he's not gonna run because he's been in it. This fire not gonna be too hot for him.
Yep.
Cool. That's good. But we got a little bit of PTSD because we went super loyal because we had this dude sneak out in the middle of the day and run away. But for me, as I sit here, it's like I'm concerned that he won't get the resources like a Will Wade would get. All right. It's just very clear. We did a whole lot of talking that our NIL budget was gonna go up. And we have yet to name, or should I say, land anyone with a really big cachet, right? People are like, oh, it ain't about the name. Justin Gainey finds diamonds in the rough. Why are we making him do that? That's my concern. It's like, yeah, he can do it. Cool. Don't make my man build his entire team off that. Give him the bag. Let him go ahead and set him up to be successful. Don't make him prove himself and treat him like all these other first year coaches we done. So that's what I don't like is he going to be given a fair chance. And State fans are going to give him a little bit of a leash because he is our own and he's coming to pick us up at a time when, we were down.
Yeah.
But I just don't want him to set him up for failure. And the way this portal is looking right now, like he's adding, when you look at it, if all these dudes he added came off our bench, you'd be super excited. But I'm like, right now,
Yeah.
three or four of them might be starting. So you
Yeah.
telling me you bringing these guys from mid-major level to the ACC and we expected them to still drop 10, 12, 15 a game? No chance. We know how this go. One of them may, but
Yeah.
all of them not going to be doing that.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at with our coaching hire. Until I see they're just like, okay, we really set them up to be successful, I'm nervous. It
Yeah.
ain't really about his skill set. It's about what we giving them to work with.
That's fair. Because just like I put it back, going to work or corporate or whatever, they're gonna show you how much they are invested in you by how much resources they give you.
Yeah.
If your superiors do not give you the resources you need to succeed, you are going to fail. It's not if, it's when you're going to
Yeah.
fail. So I really do hope they give him the bag to at least set him up, man. And I even go back before y'all had Wade. If that guy had the money Wade had, I'm just on the outside looking in. But I know a lot of fans will say Keats can't coach. Hey,
Right.
well, let's see if y'all guys go to the Final Four again.
Right.
You gotta coach to get there. I hope people know that you gotta coach to get them there. Crazy.
Listen,
Just like
I was not a Keats fan because he did not make the adjustment to the ACC to me.
Okay.
That year he got to the Final Four with Burns and Horn. A lot of State fans want to say, oh, the players carried him there. I'm not going to take that away from Keats. He did his thing, but he was forced to. It was like, okay, now you got some injuries, and then you're like, all right, you played a lineup and it started winning, and so you just stuck with it. But that following year, you got out of playing two bigs. That's what was helping him win. It was the only year, other than his first year, that he played two bigs. His first year, made the tournament. Then that Final Four year, he had Mo playing the four, DJ Burns at the five, and it was perfect. In addition to them changing the style of play, since Burns wasn't as fleet of foot, he couldn't do that up and down. Had to slow it down a little bit, feed them, and it slowed their pace, which allowed them to play better, not get beat as much on the break. It was the perfect scenario. He as a coach decided I'm gonna rock with this. Right? He didn't fight it. But what hurt him is he said, all right, that was last year. Now I'm gonna go back to how I like to play. And then we were trash again. So it's like I get why people were frustrated with him because he seemed a little bit stubborn on trying to say my style's gonna work.
Yeah.
And it wouldn't work. He needed to adapt, and he didn't do that well. But you got a point. If he was willing to adapt and you gave him these type of resources, his coaching ability, we would have been fine. We would have been just fine keeping him for years like we do Dave Doran. He do just enough
Dave
to
Doran got a
keep
life
us
ticket.
right, just enough. You'll get some Carolina wins here and there, and then we good to go. We're gonna be like, all right, he's doing good. But yeah, that didn't happen. So
That's fair.
yeah. So let me ask you this.
Okay.
Even though you don't rock with NC State, we don't rock with y'all. What's one thing you say you respect about the program, about NC
Well,
State's program?
we just talked about it. I feel like they made a mistake, or they dealt with Will Wade, and they went out and they got one of their own guys, man.
Okay.
And it's a lot of support, and they probably are in the running for. I think it's a guy. He go to Millbrook or he go to Broughton. They in the running for that guy too. And now, if Justin Gainey get that guy next year, oh, y'all cooking. Y'all cooking. But no, I think I really respect the fact that y'all went out and got your own guy. Y'all didn't conform. Okay, y'all tried it. It didn't work. All right, back to the drawing board. All right, what about you?
Listen, so for me, it's always been before I can't speak about, this year or whatnot, just about to happen, of course. I feel like Carolina players always developed, right? It was always like Carolina had a big, and he may be trash his freshman year, just big, right? By his senior year, he was a beast. I mean, you can name it. Every 4 years, there was a Carolina big that was not necessarily a McDonald's All-American or whatever. And every year I was like, yo, who is the big man coach? I don't know who that man is, but he's got to be phenomenal because every 4 years it's a big this like ACC Player of the Year or
Yeah,
ACC First Team, right?
yeah,
You could go down the line every four, and I'm like, that's what I used to be like, man. If we had that type of development, you don't have to get McDonald's All Americans. Just get top, top 50, top 100 players,
mm-hmm,
keep them for a few years, and then boom, and y'all were doing a good job of not having a bunch of them transfer out,
yeah,
and that's one thing I always respected. Like, we had that type of player development, then we'd be better off. But I felt like our guys showed up and then they were the same 3, 4 years. That's how we
yeah.
fell behind. So that's my take
I
on it.
mean, y'all had Burns and what's the other guy, Muhammad? Tall
Yeah,
guy.
Muhammad Diarra, yeah, we had him, but
Yeah,
Burns was
man.
2 years,
Diarra.
and
Yeah, he was all right.
yeah, we got 1 year rental for Mo. But
Yeah,
we had like multiple years of
yeah,
that. That's what we needed.
yeah. I can see that
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah. Well, look, I'm gonna round this out, man.
Okay.
Tell me about like I know there's tiers of fans, right? It's
Yeah,
levels to this. There's people, like us that talk our teams all day, every day.
yeah.
Tell me what you think these tiers of fans are.
All right. And this is we're gonna round it back from the Matt Abel situation, right? And the
Yeah.
fans that want to move forward with it and it's okay. No, I'm pretty sure the fans, when you go outside your house and the fan that got the flag outside,
Uh-huh.
the NC State flag,
Yeah.
he probably can't stand Matt Abel right now. Same
Right.
thing with the Carolina fan that got the flag sitting outside. He got the Carolina shirt, he wearing it to work. Those type of fans are like the top tier. They might got season tickets. I know those aren't the fans that's saying, "Oh, it's okay," for Matt Abel to come from state. It's impossible,
Right.
impossible. Now, some fans that's keyboard warriors, they might, just root for them, or they just move to the triangle. That's a lot of people that just move in here. They don't
Hmm.
understand how serious this rivalry is, and the serious fans, we really have to protect the rivalries, or
Yeah.
it's gonna go away, and then
Yeah.
we're gonna be complaining, like, "Oh, it's not like I used to be."
Hmm. You're right.
Yeah.
You're right. Yeah. I mean, some of these fans, man, that are not on that level, um, they moved here and they
Mm-hmm.
picked the school.
Yep.
That's what they did, right? So maybe if you work for like the DOT or something like that, you probably pick NC State, right? And
Yeah.
but if you work at like a law office or a doctor's office, something like that, you might be like, all right, I'm a Carolina fan, and then they just I don't know bandwagon for the most
Yeah,
part.
bandwagon for the most part. But those are the same fans that, what at least I see on my algorithm that are the loudest. And I'm like, I don't really agree with that.
Yeah,
How is that possible? And
yeah,
people use a lot of analogies like players from Boston played for the Yankees, but it's not the same. College rivalries are way more superior than any pro rivalries. That's why
correct.
it's college. That's why college sports is so amazing. Um, I remember earlier this year, my daughter had a cheerleading competition in Washington D.C.
Hmm.
and Duke and Michigan played that same weekend.
Yeah.
So I guess they had some type of event at Capitol Burger downtown DC,
Okay.
and a lot of fans was coming out. A lot of Duke fans, a lot of Michigan fans was coming out. So I had my kids. Now this is probably the only reason why I did this. I had my kids and my wife was with me. As soon as I seen the people, I got in the middle. I was just like, "Go Hills, Tar hit!" Man, them people was so the Michigan fans was with me. The
Yeah.
Duke fans was so upset, man. Because we had just beat them. We had
Yeah.
just beat them. And even though Duke did beat Michigan, Michigan was on my side. But that's the type of fandom I'm talking about.
Yes.
Are you tough enough to do that? Are you a fan of your team? I couldn't help it. It's like I couldn't even. My wife was like, "Why did you do that?" I was like, "Man, I couldn't help it. Seeing all those
Right.
Duke jerseys, I had to say something." And
Hmm.
it was hundreds of them. They was all walking to the arena, and I just blurted out. And then before I even got to my hotel, I could just hear the Michigan fans saying "Tar Heels." Like it was hilarious,
Yeah.
hilarious, man.
Yeah, man. I hope we don't lose that with this NIL. Hope we get this thing
Yeah.
figured out. We're able
Mm-hmm.
to keep these rivalries going. I want to, thank you for taking this time and
Absolutely,
jumping
man.
on here with me. I'm pretty sure we'll talk some more as things start to develop here, and then see what our fans have to say.
Man,
You
it
know,
was a pleasure, Gary. Man, I really appreciate the opportunity to come on your platform, man. And anybody watching, check out the Run Report too. We just right down the street.
absolutely. All right, man. I appreciate it. Hey,
Yes,
Wolfpack
sir.
Nation, appreciate y'all. watching us, chiming in. Let us know what you think. Also let us know if you want to continue to have this back and forth between the two schools. All right.
Go Hills. Go Hills.
Until next time, go Pack.